How's everything sound? Let me move the mic away a little bit. Alright, that's good. That's good. I think we're good. Thank you, sir. I'm glad everything has been worked out. Figured it out. Let's take the preview mode off over there. And I'll just check every once in a while, make sure we're not dropping frames. Looks like we're doing pretty good with frames now, so... Alright, welcome. This is M-Dog from M-Dog Gaming, and this is a brand new game called Urban Empire. And we're ready for this. We had a couple of false starts because of some technical issues. OBS Studio just updated today, and anyway, this is January 20th. Urban Empire just came out today, and I think we're ready for this. We've got our drinks, both hot and cold. We've got cantaloupe. We've even got a fiber bar over there. For point of reference, Urban Empire, developed by Calypso Media Digital, and then published by Calypso, and then developed by Reborn. This is Reborn's first game, at least that specific group. And of course, Calypso, I think, is known for Crusader. Thank you for hosting. Is known for the Tropico games. They've done several, but Tropico in particular. And that's what brings us to Urban Empire. It's like a city management game. Got some political stuff going on. And I am looking forward to trying it. And I think that's enough preamble. Let's actually jump in here. So we do have scenario and campaign mode. By the way, we often will do like our first few minutes of a game and put that over on our YouTube channel. We're actually not going to do that this time. We're going to just jump right into episode 1 of a Let's Play, and I guess the only reason why I might change that is if for some reason we have to do a pretty early restart. But if everything goes okay with our campaign, then this will probably just be the first episode of a Let's Play instead of doing a first few minutes video or even a first impressions video. That could come down the road in terms of the impressions. But so there are scenarios, 3 different scenarios, and I'd say, at least from what I can tell, the differences here are going to be it's just a little more focused than on a time period right before World War I, right afterwards leading into World War II, or post World War II with the Cold War and all that stuff. Most people are probably going to be into the campaign mode, which is what we're going to start today. So we're going to select a family. We've got 4 choices. I believe this is taking place in Austria. And we're going to actually choose the Russian immigrants. We're going to select this family. So one thing that I have noticed is in this screen, and this could be a little confusing for some. I looked on the discussion board, and several people had already been asking for this. You cannot choose other family members. What will happen is the first person and the first era for us in choosing this family will be Valasy, Shusky, whatever his name is. And then these other characters that are grayed out, they're going to be like future generations of this family. So when you move through the eras, what you look like, I guess, will change. But this is who we're choosing. I looked at this before, so I'm not going to spend time on it right now, but it shows your traits and personality. So when you think about, does this game have replayability? These are some of the issues that come up that maybe does help replayability a little bit. It just depends on how much these types of traits and personality features actually impact gameplay. If you're a big role player and you're actually going to change the way you govern based on your family that you choose, then that actually could add some replayability. But we're going to go ahead and connect there and begin. We are going to enable tutorial because I've never played this before. There are 3 choices on location. We're going to choose the first location because it offers sort of the most freedom. The other ones are sort of confining you into a little bit more specific area that has less options. But we're going to go with the first location, the Rimini of Swarelia. And then we're going to hit Start Campaign, and we're going to get this started. So Crusader, that actually does sound like a sad moment. Sorry that happened to you. Hope they are found. Hope those movies are found, and that will improve your day and weekend. If not, maybe he can replace them. So our character says, when our citizens are freed from persecution, regardless of their ideology or heritage, we will be known as a vanguard of prosperity and a beacon of security. So the ideology here is that with freedom from persecution, from based on your beliefs or your heritage, if there's freedom for all, then that will lead to more prosperity as well as security for everyone. So that is, I guess, the idea behind our character's quote here, and maybe kind of how we'll try to govern. We'll try to maybe fit into that foundational ideologue. All right, so this is telling us about our family. The important piece here, just in terms of information, is that the Emperor of Austria has asked us to build a new city to connect Vienna to the Adriatic, and we're going to be able to manage the construction. He's giving us 500,000 currency, however you say this, thalers. That's going to kind of annoy me that I don't know how to say that, but that's the type of currency we have in Austria, or at least in this game. So we hit OK. Now this is where we're going to move into the tutorial. So we can use WASD to move. We can also hold down the right mouse button and sort of rotate around to move. Tilting the camera we can do with, it looks like, E and Q as well as R and T to tilt. You also can do that by holding down the middle mouse scroll button and rotating your mouse that way. Alright, let's get started building our city. Cities are made up of smaller parts called districts. All residents, companies, and municipal services reside within a district. Districts have an infrastructure and different zoning. They are the basic component from which you influence your city. So let's create your first district. So we will see the traditional city builder trifecta here. The residential, the commercial, and the industry, represented by green, blue, and yellow respectively. So we're going to create our first district. And it's telling us how to do that. Looks like this button down here at the bottom does in fact say create district. And this might be a good chance to look around. I don't know if it's going to give us some guidance on where we're supposed to build it. The space we have to work in seems to go pretty far. All the way to the right. What are these farms? Farmland? And I'm guessing, since that we won't, that's kind of like out in the beyond. We won't ever be doing anything over there. That's kind of the boundary. So it's a big area. It says create district. Next it says to draw an area. Find a good open spot along the main road. Then to define the area, click on a spot you want one corner of the district to be and drag out to create a rectangle. You can see the size and cost of the district at the bottom right corner of the screen. The bigger the district, the more it costs. Also more space there is for citizens, companies, and municipal services. Alright, now they want us to draw. So, I don't suppose it really matters, huh? I mean, it matters, but let's just start right here. We have access-ish to the water, so for ports and that kind of thing, that could be important. It says no road connection. How much money do we have? 300,000. Where's our currency? We should figure that out. City money. By the way, is this paused? Looks like it is paused. City funds total looks like one. Is that 1 million? I guess we'll. Oh, personal funds, 500,000. I think that is 1 million. Party support. Alright, we'll figure out what everything is as we go through the tutorial, I'm sure, but I was just curious. Alright, so again, let's kind of start here. So if the map goes all the way to there, we clearly don't want to go that far. Maybe just to here? Add a corner with right click. Ooh. What just happened? Ooh. No, no, no. We don't want a triangle. It said to add a corner. Can we cancel? Let's see what this says. Corner point doesn't work. By right-clicking on an edge and removing right-click on the corner point themselves. Okay. Oh, there we go. That could be cool. That could be cool. We'll try that. I mean, I don't see any reason not to, right? Alright, it's 323, 39K per month. Like, this seems like a good first district, right? Confirm land plan. This is where you can add service to the district. At the moment, there's only one service available at City Hall. That's the heart of the city decision making and provides a basic service needed by citizens. Later in the game, you'll have a wider variety of services to build. Click the City Hall and place it in the district by clicking on the desired location. So the breakdown right now is mixed, and all this is industrial. Maybe industrial can't be mixed. Residential. And so what mixed is going to mean is that this is mostly looks like business, but there's a few residential spots in there as well, I'm guessing. But I think we want to put our City Hall like maybe in the middle. How do we tilt, by the way? Let's remember how to... There we go. Let's just do it right here in the corner. The angles don't allow it to fit perfectly. I guess that's fine. I don't want to do that though. If that's the case, I'd rather put it here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So now we're going to propose district. We've got 60% residential, 10% business, 30% industrial. It doesn't have road capacity. Cost is there, all that. There's lots more commercial and industrial demand, but that's going to change. I mean, we're just now starting, so none of that is like set really. Let's propose district. All right. Now you can give the district the name of your choice or keep the suggested one. Later, once you have established the city council, you can propose this to be paid for from city money. This is your first district. You choose money the emperor has given you, and therefore only use personal funds option is available. Okay, so we don't want Darlington. I didn't realize we were going to be naming our districts here. It's pretty cool. Alright, we'll call our first district Crusader. It's going to use a lot of our personal funds, but that's okay. Go to Progress Cloud View. This is where you can see all the inventions. Researching inventions unlocks new municipal services, infrastructures, edicts, business areas, gameplay features, etc. Next to an invention's name, you can see its price and brain power. They're not unlocked immediately, but are researched gradually over time. How much time the research takes depends on how much brain power your city is generating. You can only research inventions that are connected. Now click on an available invention. Choose invention. Alright, so we can either do safety authorities, thermodynamics, telegraph, or gas infrastructure. So let's see what these are. Safety authorities allows alcohol licensing, tobacco licensing, a clinic, Work Safety Act, and ban prostitution. Thermodynamics is steam power, clothing store, police station, railway station. It's interesting because safety and authorities makes me think of police station, but not in this case. Gas infrastructure unlocks chemicals, cobblestone road surface, gas street light, decorated gas street light, gas lighting, and gas infrastructure. Which, I mean, just the fact that it's going to have street lights is pretty important. I'm still leaning towards safety and authority first. Telegraph. Newspapers, church, shoe store, spread selection. Okay, I mean, all of it's good, but we're going to go with safety, authority. Authorities. Safety doesn't happen by accident. Starts 58 months in research. Okay, go back to city screen, which is here. So we have city screen, that's locked in progress cloud. Alright, new citizens settled in. We have some time to look at other things. First, let's learn how to change the time-lapse speed. For now, time is close to a standstill. Go ahead and unpause it. You can increase the speed, left click, and decrease it with a right click. Try and observe change in city life. Okay, so now it's... Alright, so we're starting to build stuff up. It's pretty cool. What's up, hero? Welcome. And spacebar does pause it as well, which is always nice when they keep that option. I don't love the way... There we go. That's a better angle. All right. Modify district. Now that some citizens have found a new home in our city, it's time to add some more services. As time passes, you'll need to improve balance, and add more services to existing districts. So click on this. Click on modify district. So this tells us about the district, the breakdown of the zoning, how many infrastructures there are, the happiness level, how many residents. Right now there's 331 residents. A lot of people are still under construction down here, but some of the houses have been completed. The party support. Business growth, road capacity, running cost, and income. Okay, we're going to click on Modify District. Alright, it wants us to build a school. Services are the heart of running a successful city. Satisfied your citizens are on average with their basic needs. So this is up here is going to tell us like why they are or are not happy. Citizen happiness affects how they vote and how well the economy does. General view quickly regarding how many, regardless of how many districts or citizens you have. Build a school by selecting from the selection menu on the right. Okay, so we're going to build a school, grammar school, place school in district. So I think we want it in the residential section. You see the circumference of how much it covers, and I don't know if that's how much it covers now. So we've got an optimal range and a weaker range. We're not going to ever need it to cover the ocean, right? So some of the question is, are we more likely to expand to the right or to the left first? Probably to the right. So let's put it over here on this side. Like maybe right there. That way it will still benefit. Oh no, let's do it. It makes more sense to cover like the optimal coverage to be like really involving a lot of our current residential places. So on second thought, I think we will put it here. But that sort of locks us into, if we want to have school coverage be a thing, it sort of locks us into building to the left first. I guess this is kind of a happy medium. The only problem is it's getting closer and closer to the ocean, so I feel like we're wasting. I wonder if it will let us. Let's tilt it up here. I wonder if it would let us put it here. This is not a bad place because it gets both the left and the right side pretty well, and it covers some of our residential, so let's try that. Okay, so grammar school, that tells us the cost, the running cost. It's going to give us +4. What is that? +4 of city average personal growth. Okay. And I think this chart is telling us who's supporting it and who's not supporting it. The Sciocratic Party, National Swarlian Party, and the Free Democratic Party. It looks to me like no one is opposed to it, but only this Sciocratic Party is strongly supporting it. So let's go ahead and do that, and then it's asking me to finalize construction, size, and zoning. Okay, we'll propose district. All right. Now it's saying to use personal funds. Why is it saying this? Oh, use personal funds to build it. I got you. How much do I have left? Yeah, I've got enough to build the school. More detail on any particular will life value by clicking it. How many sources you have for any particular will of life value, as well as demand for it. Click it now. Okay. So it's kind of, let's go ahead and pause it. It's showing us how each of these things are affected. Social life, happiness, security, physical environment, health, personal growth, average fun, and our monthly budget. Okay? Showing message log. It doesn't look like we have a message log right now. Alright, so the school got built. Didn't require voting or anything because we used our personal funds. If we had used city funds, I believe we would have had to actually have it go through the voting process, is my guess. Are you seeing lag? Time to raise more. Oh wait, let's see what this said. All right, let me take a look. We're not really dropping many frames, less than 1%, so it's not like completely fixed, but it's not much. Yeah, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it any better than what it is right now. And I'm not sure if it's a temporary issue that OBS is having, but this is much better than it was. So I think this is at least manageable. Better now. Yeah, it might have just been a spike. I don't know what's going on tonight. All right, bottom left panel brings you to one of the game's main views. This is, even though you're the mayor, you're not alone. You can't run around spending money and raising taxes at will. Try to get things done. You have to have support in City Hall, which can either approve or reject common proposals. And there's still much to learn. Let's head to the City Council. All right. City Council. So we have our honeydew to eat. You can change the tax rate, funding levels, propose different types of edicts, and of course, affect political decision making. Okay, go to Parties View. This view lets you need to know everything about the different political parties. There are two particularly important things. Goodwill, which is both the indicator of your relationship with the party and your political capital with them, and the political compass, which dictates how they vote on different issues. In principle, left-wing parties tend to like higher taxation and support public services, where right-wing parties lean towards low taxes and expensive services provided for the citizens. Let's see this in action by raising the taxes. I love my HP beanie. I'm glad you love your HP beanie. The anniversary edition of Apollo 13 on Blu-ray is $5.99 on Amazon right now. It's just a little useful information for you. All right. So we are going to be raising taxes. All right, let's propose it. See vote status. On the left, you can see the City Council is working on your proposal. At the same time, there will be a vote to decide whether the issue at vote is passed or not. Click on to see the current Click on it to see the current status of the votes. Oops. Alright, so this is what we've got here. We've got 42 undecided, it looks like. 6 against, 13 for, who already have decided appeal to a party. There are two things that are important here. The 3 numbers represent individual council members and their opinions on the vote. Icons on the slide bar represent the party's opinion. Okay, so this must be the slide bar. The further towards any of the extremes the icon is, the stronger the party's opinion is. The key thing to realize is the difference between the two. Last-minute appeals are less effective than those made early on because some council members have already made up their mind and are thus harder to convince. Let's appeal to an opposing party to make sure our tax goes through. Appeal to a party. Choose appeal method. We can plead, demand, or threat. Choose a party you want to appeal to. It makes little sense to appeal to parties that already support your proposal. After knowing who to appeal to, choose your preferred method. Generally, the stronger your tone, the stronger the outcome, and the expense of goodwill. Low goodwill will increase a party's willingness to oppose you out of principle. There are 3 options to repair damaged relations: passing decisions that the party likes, acting positively towards the party during events, and patience, as good and bad relations will slowly return to a more neutral resting point. Okay, so we're going to choose the Free Democratic Party because everyone else is fairly supportive already. So this is someone who's a little bit, this party's more against it. We have 5. We'll plead, I guess. Arrange a private meeting with the party chairman. Voice your opinion in city council. Speak about the issue in public and target your words. Alright, so we're going to voice my opinion in city council. Some members of Free Sayer Party are now on your side. +3. And +2 goodwill. Now it says go back to the city view. While we wait for city council, it's a good time to check out the data view. So where you can get all the information you could possibly want. Remember to come back once a vote is ready. Okay. Social group, population, percentage, happiness, social life. Okay, so it's all of these broken down by social group. So happiness is lowest among students. Social life is lowest among students. I mean, and so everything is lowest among students, basically. Except for health, satisfaction, working class are lowest. No one is particularly happy. I guess lower class right now is the least unhappy. Alright, so we're moving forward. Victory step completed. Political acquaintance. I don't know what that means. Safety authority. So I guess down here is where we get our messages that need our attention. The administration is preparing for the establishment of professional safety authorities, which is what we chose to research first. Do you want them to focus on police force, fire departments, or clinics? Well, I mean, we don't want our city to burn down. We don't want criminals to take over. And we'd like for people to have a place to go if they get injured. We're going to say clinics first. Bonus to health. And it looks like the clinic's going to cost us some money. Alright, so this shows us the progress on the vote, right? We'll see if that's actually moving. It is, yeah, it's moving pretty quickly too. So this is the research rate. Party appealed, Free Democratic Party. We're still looking really good in terms of winning that vote. And this is, oh yeah, that's the school. Do we also have like modified district? Okay, we don't have a clinic to put down. I thought maybe we'd have to put the clinic down, but uh-oh. What just happened up there? Something bad just happened. I mean, I just saw like this. I guess somebody just got angry about something maybe. Alright, preparations of the vote have been completed. City Council can now vote on the proposal. Alright, I don't think we need to spend any more goodwill on voting before we vote. I mean, so I wish it showed your goodwill somewhere. It probably does, but is that your goodwill plus 5? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find it eventually. Alright, let's begin voting. Let's see how this goes. This is our first vote. So eventually I think you get to a point in the game where you actually have to get elected. There's actually elections for the mayor, right? I think for the first few months or maybe the first era you don't have to worry about that. So raising taxes passed. Commercial and industrial taxes. So we are happy about that. Edicts, taxing, political parties. So we have 8 goodwill. That's one way to see your goodwill. Council overview. City budget. We're losing 10K a month. Alright, let's go to city view. Hopefully the tutorial will continue, I guess, when it's time, basically. I don't know if the next step is we have to wait till this researches or if something else will pop up, but we're just going to hang out. We're not going to do anything until, obviously at some point I think the tutorial will be like, okay, you're done. Govern your city. So let's go a little faster until this gets researched. There's not a lot of room for expansion, right? I mean, pretty much everybody has moved into this district and it's looking pretty good. Oh, it would let us create a new district. I didn't actually want to do that. I just was... How do I... Okay, there we go. Exit out. I'm not going to create a district unless it tells me to create a new district. Why is it saying time lapsed? It's like almost finished researching. I hope it didn't freeze up. How can we get it to... Maybe we need to reload it. I messed it up by... Oh, that's cool. It shows you the different errors. So there are... Wow. All right. We will exit the main menu and jump back in, see what happens. That cantaloupe was good. All right. It's working now. And safety authorities is almost researched. Very good. All right. Go to the Progress Cloud and select a new invention. We have safety authorities. So all these are edicts we can provide with the clinic. We've got banning, prostitution, sales penalty on certain alcohol and tobacco licensing. Okay, so we could choose rights of man next, correct? But as you can see, it takes a lot more brain power. And we're only generating 8 right now. I actually think the next thing to do is gas infrastructure. So let's start researching that. Go back to city screen. Now it says go to city council to do an edict. Okay. Choose edict view, which is here. Go to available edicts. And choose one. Alright, so Safety Authority, Work Safety Act, ban prostitution, alcohol license. So none of these happen automatically because we've researched it, right? What researching that just gives us the idea or the ability to use that in our governorship. And so we got to think about what these will do and then go from there. Safety authorities. And it looks like it's creating an executive authority for testing and approval in all health fields. So it's going to help the medical sector. Bonus to health. And it looks like it increases middle class workplace. Okay, and you see this again, this little thing shows you who's completely opposed to it, the far right. Who's completely approving it is the National Swartlian Party. Alright, Work Safety Act. Basic safety regulations in the workplace guarantees a reduce of loss of limbs. So this is increasing our sales demand. pretty significantly. I'm not sure why it does that, but it does. Banning prostitution should help citizens become moral, upright citizens. Fun goes down, social life and physical environment go up. Alcohol licensing is going to help sales and income. And same with tobacco licensing. Let's see, plus effect is plus 0.10. 0.5. Change in monthly city fund. Sales demand, sales demand. Is that what it said for that too? Added income. Okay. So the overall one is kind of, it's tempting to go with like the overall one, right? But doing a quick licensing on alcohol basically just adds more income. We're already making money, so we don't really need to worry about that as much necessarily. Let's just do safety authority. Is that what we want to do? What is it? What is safety authority considered under? Administration. So we've got business ones, we've got morality one. All right, we're going to propose it. All right, let's do it. They are almost opposed, you know. Full support over here. I don't know that there's 26, 7, 28. So we're really only talking about changing 7 votes if we go after the National Party. But if we can swing a few of these guys, let's demand it. This decision will give us a better tomorrow. Ooh, you did well. A few councilors are now reconsidering their vote. So we got increase in goodwill too. Okay. I like it. So I don't think we need to appeal anymore. I mean, well, it's going to be close, isn't it? 28. All of them are going to say yeah. I think it'll pass. I think it'll pass. So let's let it run for a minute here. Laggy again. Have we dropped any more frames? High encoding. Where is the encoding? Yeah, it looks like we are getting some high encoding messages, but it's very little dropped frames. So it should be overall pretty good, and I don't know, maybe if I have to use this again, if I can't go to back to studio, if I have to go to basic still, then I'll maybe look at the settings, see if I can take down the encoding a little bit. Alright, family fortunes. Oh, they're ready to begin voting on this. Alright, let's do it. It's going to be a close vote. It's not overwhelming support. It did pass, though. Alright, let's see what family fortunes is. With your time being more and more consumed by the governing of the Balasay Shusky, the family enterprise has started to suffer. As your son is too young to handle business, you delegate responsibility to someone else. Trusted butler or outside help? Like, we really can't give it to a butler. Let's go to outside help. It's best capable of running the company. It makes it more difficult to use the family fortune to help build the city, but at least you can trust that family business is running as well as possible. Okay. So nothing else we need to do. I guess we could go and so we're doing pretty good on our monthly budget. We could go and look at the edicts. Let's see, where were the edicts? Work safely. Ban prostitution. Let's look at alcohol licensing. I think that's going to pass pretty easily. Let's see if we can't get... Again, we're going to plead. City really needs it. Yes, very good. All right, let's go back to city view, and we'll wait for that to be ready to vote, as that will slowly fill up. Okay. Should pass. I'm really curious when... Whoa! A newspaper's appeared. You should always catch up with the latest headlines to know what's happening in the world around you. The news on the left side of the newspaper is always something important. Wins the election. Physiocratic Party wins the election. Came in second. The National Party came in second. Per view, so-called locomotives, which are powered by steam. Napoleon died. This is in 1825. Oh, so it is like almost 200 years this is going to go through. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Alcohol licensing is ready to be voted on. Alright, so we should win this. It won't be as close as the last vote was. The last one was like a nail biter because we didn't use much goodwill. Okay, it passed easily. Okay, I think we're good on edicts right now. The sinking of Heroic. Over 1,000 people drowned. We need to learn to make better ships. Gas infrastructure. Oh, I don't know the difference. You can actually see people. Where's the school? Can't remember where I put it. Is this the school? Yeah, it's a grammar school. Okay. Alright, let's unpause it. Horse and buggy, baby. So this is almost researched.
Phooey! The porch light is burnt out, and I can't see whether it's dark outside or not.
Yes, our first district is Crusader. That's correct. All right, we're going to go to thermodynamics next. Excuse me. You have unlocked an infrastructure upgrade. These are upgrades that districts provide various benefits. Okay. Oops. Modify district. Others require an infrastructure grid before they can become built. Some infrastructure provide wheel of life values to citizens. Other things that companies require. Okay. Gas infrastructure. Activate grid. Oh, we could also put a clinic here. So we can't put it anywhere without destroying things, though. Like, there's no room, right? Like, is it worth adding something if it means it would demolish something else? It still would demolish that stuff. You could probably just demolish one thing. The problem is the clinic needs to be in the residential area, right? Alright, let's just confirm, and we'll put the clinic in the next one, and this is going to pass easily. Use personal funds, 250K. All right, let's go check out. Yeah, people are just all in approval. We do not need to. We don't need to change it. We just need to sit back and wait for them to vote. I mean, it is health issues. More funding for hospitals. It costs $5,000. That's not very much. We'll do that. Okay, unpause it. And this vote will be ready very quickly. Okay. Only 7 people opposed it. That's amazing. Oh, I hate when I hit that button. Kind of like staying on the same metal industry. All right, Golden Future. productivity and sales increase. Trade grows and accelerates. Sometimes even wages increase. First public railway opening in the United Kingdom. Are we research? Oh yeah, we are. Running cost is really high right now. Strange gift. Tropical Caribbean island. Congratulations on your marriage. I wish you long successful careers. Token my goodwill. I've sent you Hector. Treat him well. Since yours. Penultima. Accept the gift. I'm going to give the llama to a local farmer, right? What am I going to do with the llama? Hello? We are losing money pretty quickly. Thermodynamics. We'll do Swarelian. Yeah. Oh, I did want to see the city council makeup. Because the this party won the last election, so there's more of them now. Yeah, we'll support this. Age of 10. Children under the age of 10 may not be hired by certain jobs. How about any jobs? Yeah, I support that. Heavy work environments. Only humans now illegal. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and speed this up. And this is gonna be ready for vote soon. Commercial demand is high. National Swirling Party wins the elections. Slavery is no more. We are now going into debt. City and your ruler throw a grand ball while he's party resources. Viennese nobility, Swarelian bourgeoisie. Okay. This is going to pass, right? Yeah.
Thus, from this slight and very short experiment, we may understand and judge.
We've got steam power now.
Laws of the heavens.
So I guess the question is, do we go with telegraph? Or do we want to research something more advanced now? I think we do. Alright, so this is our first institution. Railway station. Wait, what? Can I put it back here? Yeah, I guess I can. Does it have to be inside of here? Oh, institutions have places where they have to go. Is that the only place it can go? So So that would be like when we add the port or whatever, the port will have a place where it has to go as well, I'm guessing. Alright. We'll see what it says about it. Alright. Why is everyone against this? It's not going to pass unless we do a lot of heavy... Everyone is opposed to it. 13, 25, 23. We have one goodwill. It's still going to be rejected, so that was probably all a waste of goodwill, right? Like, it's just not going to get approved. And maybe that's part of the tutorial, is seeing you, making you see one that does not get approved. City Council is ready to vote. Oh, new institution. It's not going to be close. Well, they shut that down, didn't they? Kind of. A railroad is being built. Soon there'll be trains with fast transport goods. How do you feel about railroads? Every citizen should have access to trains. But we're not going to have one because our city council shut it down. I wonder if they're more likely to shut things down when your budget's in the negative. I can't decide if I think it's because of our budget or if I think it's because of the tutorial just wanting you to see one get rejected. Telegraph. So we've got telegraph service now. Banning the 10-year-olds and under from working certain jobs is about ready to be voted upon. Health issue. Okay. And it's ready. And it passed. Young children no longer do unwieldy work. Everybody liked that. So that helped a lot with like overall support and happiness. There's a lot of commercial demand, not very much residential demand.
Invention breeds invention.
All right, so we got the telegraph.
Telegraph devised, then gutta percha, the very material
Bessemer.
requires is for
Sales, certain industries, density of a district, rights of man, workshop raises, workshop, city curfew, loitering ban, sanitation, water pipe, small park, or photography, spying, furniture stores, theater. I think we'll go sanitation. Go back to cine screen. Alright, you've unlocked spread selection for your district. It's a good time to create new districts. So this is how it's going to tell us to get a new district. Create new district. So, create district. Draw area. Okay. How about like that? Road layout name. Default grid, dense grid, sparse grid. Oh, it like changes the size of the grids. Let's do default. Okay, now you can change the spread of your district. So this is something we weren't able to do on the first district. You should change the spread in accordance to RCI demands. You can see RCI demands on the top left corner of the screen. Residential, commercial, and industrial. Tells you how much demand there is for any particular type of district. If there's a high residential demand, you should build more residential buildings. High commercial, you should build more commercial, and so forth. Okay, so there's a lot more business. A little bit of commercial. Residential should be the lowest. Commercial should be the biggest by far. Confirm zoning. All right. Let's gas infrastructure it. Yes. Confirm infrastructure. So we've already got a grammar school that's covering most of the district. There's not very much residential anyway. Police station. We'll put it right on the edge so that it impacts the other district as well. And a clinic, same thing. Confirm services. Everyone's going to be in opposition. We get a little more support if we do that. What if I pay for it out of my own money? Not a grammar school. Let's use personal funds. Oh, we can't because it cost 1.5 million. What if we take out the clinic or the police station? What if we take out the police station? How much does it cost? Now we can use personal funds. Boom. So we did it on our own. What's up, Jack Notch? A clinic, loads of good they did before the 1900s, not washing their hands and tools. Maybe you have a point there. What I'm trying to do here is get through the tutorial, because I've never played before, obviously. And I just want to get a sense of how things go. And then we're going to sort of have a fresh start, and we'll kind of be able to go through decisions a little more quickly, having gone through this early part. Party wins the election. So Physiocratic is definitely gaining popularity. One thing we haven't done in a while, and I need to be careful about making sure I get in the habit of this, is so taxes. Our expenses are awfully high. Wonder if there's an edict we could do that would increase. So no edicts have been added. In other words, all of that, all these things that we've done didn't add more edicts. Okay, that's true. I did not realize that, but that is true actually. Okay, so we probably don't need to do any more edicts because all we have left is, what were they? Work Safety Act, ban prostitution. It's less fun, but it increases social life and physical environment. Physical environment's pretty low. Social life is low anyway. So it's kind of a bottom line is not going to be... Man, they're not supporting anything. The closest we have to something that people would support is to ban prostitution. And I wonder if that really has to do with like the health of our budget and stuff. All right. Crusader says, amazing. So far, a very good game. Jack Notch says, random question. Have you played the Tropico games? Alright, real quick, let me catch up with y'all's comments. Have I played Tropico games? Yes. In fact, I've played the most recent one. Got it on sale not too long ago, the complete edition. If you go to my YouTube channel, if you're interested, I did a video on like an early playthrough of it. Do you like the Tropico games? Is that why you're asking? I've always enjoyed. I played the first couple Tropico games and then skipped a couple and then have started playing the most recent one again. And Crusader, I'm glad you're liking the game. Yeah, and I'm just going to try to get through this tutorial, and then we'll kind of have our first few minutes video for YouTube that we'll throw up, and then from there we will probably do a fresh start, maybe even start tonight. We'll see. Jack Knight says El Presidente for mayor. Yes, very good. El Presidente for mayor. Okay, so this is a water pollution act. Hereby propose that anti-water pollution legislation be enacted. I think I'm for that. Anti-water pollution, okay. Deputies concerned about water pollution, a new law on the way gets mentioned in the newspaper. So this is Kilborough. I didn't actually... So we need to get in the habit of... We got to remember to name them. I think there's a way to name them. Let's just call it Notch. Now we can't dump uranium into the... Yeah, I mean, there's always... Ooh. Why is it not letting me... I guess I have to... We're not making any other changes? Oh wait, no, it did. Okay, I think it worked. All right, it did let me rename it. I think the water effects, I don't know why, but especially from distance, I think the water effects actually turned out really good in this game. The way the light shines on them, I guess, shines off of it. All right, so this is now filling up. I mean, a lot of this is business, very little residential. There's a little bit of a mix of residential in some of the business zones, but pretty much just business with a little industry at the back. Anti-water pollution hasn't come up for vote yet. Austria during like World War I. Oh, do you have any idea where this game is set in? Yes, that's correct, Crusader. It is Austria. The Austrian Emperor has given us some funds and the freedom to create this new city made up of districts that we'll be creating. And so yeah, it's in the late 1800s. And I think Era 1 will end before World War I begins, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we've got to do all this. I keep missing these. There should be like a beep or something, like, or flashing. I don't know. The chairman of the Physiocratic Party accused you of being incompetent because you've just had a disagreement with him. Would I rather be soft or cruel? I'm going to let the insult go this time. And sanitation. Do you want them to focus on water production, water cleanliness, or sewers? Let's focus on sewers. Sewers are so important, right? Calling the leader of a political party a tart isn't the best of ideas. I think I agree with that. Cooler heads must prevail. Yeah, and we're actually not doing the scenario, Crusader. I did talk about the scenarios in the beginning when you were here, but This is the actual full campaign, and so it started like in 1890 or no, even before that. Where's the date? It should show the date somewhere, right? I'm sorry, I've gotten confused, but early 1800s, I think. Unpopular cutting school funding with current economic decision may become necessary. Will you support the proposal? No, but the council should decide. So they just, it's going to be close. I don't think I can fight it. They're going to cut the budget for schools. Water cleanliness so people don't die. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yes. That's the hard thing about this game is it's going to give you choices. All of them are going to be either really good choices or really bad choices. Vote on funding change. All right. You can try and appeal. Yeah, I could, but it was so far. Like I would have just used all that goodwill and wouldn't have had. I don't think I would have been able to get it. All right, grammar schools -1, but our budget will be adjusted, I'm assuming. All right, anti-water pollution should be up very soon. And this is going to go our way, but it's not going to be decisive. It's kind of middle of the road here. Okay. End of water pollution. Alright, so now we do have some residential demand. But our personal funds obviously haven't built up nearly enough for us to be able to personally fund another district or zone district. So we're just going to have to kind of sit with this. And again, I'm not sure. Okay, party wins the election. They've won every election. Ether used as a surgical painkiller. I don't think that's good, right? You might need to propose a tax raise. Yeah, are they going to approve it? They might. They don't like not having money either, do they? Citizen tax. Like, we could probably get away with that and talk them into it. Let's propose it. Oh, wow, that's huge support right now. Oh, I didn't realize. We could have done more probably then. Alright, it's going to pass without us wasting goodwill on it. With 27% of the populace voting for the... I wouldn't say win per se. You're right. They've just had the lead every time. I mean, I guess the council is still somewhat broken down. I mean, if you take the Democratic Party and the National Party together, they are right at the same amount, basically. So they just have a lot of control. Kind of left conservative. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Ready to vote on the taxation. I probably didn't raise the taxes enough. It's confusing to me, and maybe I just need to get a little more bullish on it. But when you see these charts of support, I guess if they're not in the red, I should just assume I can influence it enough. All right, so taxes have been changed. Let's see if that actually helps our budget. We're in the hole so much. No, we're still... And we don't have new people coming in, so the only way... Tax proposal. Increasing lower class taxes? Like, do you really get that much from the lower class? Will you introduce... This is from the Free Democrat. I'm not going to introduce it. Lost goodwill with them. I think in general I had a lot of goodwill with them, but losing 3 does hurt. So do your beliefs align? I don't even know.
Life is like a soup.
I don't understand the beliefs of the different parties very well yet. Like, maybe as it gets into more modern decisions, it'll become more clear to me what the how the beliefs really line up. But I would say that politically, and I don't really get into my political beliefs too much on stream, but I would say my beliefs aren't easily boxed in. They're a little more complicated than just strict like party lines or stereotypical, this and that. So it might be a little hard to nail me down, but again, I don't want to get too into all that. All right, so we've got sanitation, and now we go to our second. So we're going to be getting to error 2 pretty soon, I bet. Date is 1842. Thank you, sir. I don't know where you saw that, but I'm glad you did. Maybe on the newspaper. This is like the Democrats, Republicans, and the Independents. Is it? I don't know. It hasn't seemed like that to me, but it may be because of the era that it's in. I mean, if you go back and you look at both parties, I mean, the Democrats and the Republicans 100 years ago, like, I don't know, it just changes a lot over time. So rights of man, I mean, I've kind of looked at all these. This does have other edicts. Raise workshop wages. Unlock density selection. I mean, I assume that's important for future districts to have that control. Theater, furniture store, spying. Maybe we should do that. We'll just do that for fun. The physiocratic could be the Republicans of this era. Alright, so you're saying the physiocratics would be Republicans-ish. And, wait, where are they? How do you get back to... the national... I'm not going to bother Googling American politics in the 1800s. National is, what are you saying, like independent, basically? So that would leave the Democratic. It's just weird. I don't know. It's weird. What's up, Slewin? They're not American politics. They're like Austrian politics. Thank you for that insight. As we do our best to play a political game without getting too deep into politics. It's quite a balancing act. All right, so I don't know. Like, I'm really curious. I'm really curious how long the tutorial goes. Like, have I seen enough now that I can sort of get a fresh start, turn the tutorial off, and take the training wheels off and figure out what's going on? Jack Nash says, British politics, best politics. British politics, best politics. Economic crisis. Yeah, I mean, we've been having an economic crisis for, I don't know, 20 years now. You don't do something, your career as a mayor might be cut short. Pay a visit to Vienna, ask for money. We got plus 2 points towards gullible. We are still in the hole, even with, what did he just give us? 2.5 million, whatever currency it is. I don't know which emperor. Yeah, it just said the emperor of Austria, right? I think it was the, you have too many services. Yeah, I mean, I was honestly just going through the tutorial and just trying to do what it was telling me to and just see kind of see what was going to happen. But yeah, I think you're right. I think we have expanded, spent too much money. We have too many monthly costs and not enough residents, basically. But we'll just go as long as we can just to make sure there isn't any more in the tutorial. I guess to try to save this, though, we would need to... I mean, we're not going to be able to place a district, right? Unless we placed a really small one that just got some... Why isn't it letting us place this? Oh, district area too small. You literally can't do it that small. Too small still. Illegal district shape. Wow. You have to have it like basically at least that big. And we're gonna go much more residential this time. We can't activate gas. Alright. I always forget to name. I don't know when you're supposed to name, but I always forget to. Need to crank taxes up even more. And we could also license tobacco, yes. Okay. Have some more people move in, which might help our... It's already increasing. Worldwide bust. Recession goes global. Great, that's what we need is a recession. Perfect time for the recession to hit. Licensed tobacco does give you a small amount of revenue, and last I checked, fight in the council. Free Democratic councilor Mr. Varga attacked the physiocrat councilor Weintrinker after a heated dispute. As mayor, expected to comment. It says attacked. Strictly condemn violence. Goodwill and... Okay. Congress is better at this. The Great Recession happened 80 years ahead of schedule. This is true. Alright, where are our edicts? Alcohol licensing. Sales demand, city funds. Oh, those are active ones, sorry. Proposed. Financial aid for running water. Bonus to health. But that's going to be more expenditures. We are not doing that. Free fire brigade. That actually saves us money, doesn't it? That can't be right. That is costing us money. So tobacco license is the only consideration here. Let's propose it. And let's see how far off we are. Ooh. We really could just go after this. Let's see. Let's plead. We don't have a great relationship with them, so let's just use the newspaper here. Okay, that helps. And now we also will go after these guys because they're not as opposed to it. Very good. The vote at least has a chance now, right? Maybe if we bring them up a little bit too. Yeah, okay. Alright. I think we may just squeak it out. Are we really promise a system or something? Yes, I agree. We need Teddy Roosevelt. Some way you could say, hey, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. Give you extra temporary goodwill or something. Yeah, you're right. That would be a cool mechanic. And if you didn't follow through on your promises, obviously that could impact your honesty, some of your characteristics, your personality and such, and your ability to govern in the future because they won't trust you. So I think that could be pretty cool, like making deals whether it's above or below table. And maybe that, I mean, I don't know how much you've played of the game, but maybe there are things like that. I've heard that as you progress in the game, things get more interesting and complex. So, I don't know. Physiocratic Party wins again. And our... Wizard of Oz 75th anniversary on Blu-ray, $7.97 on Amazon. That Wizard of Oz is always cheap. Have special deals though. What happens if you create a district that's completely industry? You could do that. I don't think that anything necessarily happens, except if you don't have the demand for that, it would. I think it would hurt you in some ways. If you didn't follow through, you could get lower goodwill cap or something, or a huge negative impact to goodwill. It's a complete industry district. Yep. Hand washing in hospitals got made mandatory. All right. So our running cost is about $3K more per month. So I mean, we're much closer than we were, but we're still in the negative. The vote's ready to go. This may help if we can pass. I mean, this is going to be such a tight vote. We're actually losing. Looks like it is going to lose. Vote failed. It's a good thing they're not having elections yet, because we would not win. I guess we should have influenced a little more, but we influenced like 3 times and still could not get it passed. It's pretty brutal. We do have more houses going in. I think we're in the green for the first time. Yeah, we're actually slowly gaining money, but we're so in the hole that it will take ages. Photography. Traditional mayoral portraits should make photographs, promote the new technology. Let's just promote the new technology. Sales demand. Okay. Raise funding. Wheel of Life Ice. Bigger party income. Go to City Council. Alright, so this is another party tutorial. So we'll do this and then maybe we'll get our fresh start. Let me look at that second district because you might be right. I think I think there was a lot of mistakes we made early on. Although I was really just trying to find the tutorial. Alright, service funding. Go to the funding view. Go to funding change view. Click on building and propose funding. So any building. Grammar school is spending almost $10,000 a month. We can't really change it. And we don't want to lower the clinic. I mean, it's got like no funding. The grammar school is already at nothing. So I guess we will do this. We'll propose going down to no funding. Let's see how this is looking. It's gonna probably pass. I mean, everyone's in a, except for the biggest party, everyone supports it heavily, and they're close enough that it's gonna most likely pass, I think. Let's see, the Great Renaissance hit my district real hard. I had a lot of money troubles in the beginning too. I didn't get my railway station up till the second era. Hey man, I'm so happy now because my dad just found the Twilight movies. So binge watching this weekend. Nice. Those women should be allowed to hold property titles. Do you? So we'll get. Yeah, I mean I think so. I don't see any reason to decline that. Women should own property. Right to own property. Ooh, that's close. All right, so let's. We've only got one goodwill. I mean, 4 with them. I mean, that doesn't help. They're all voting. So let's plead. City really needs it. Okay, that hopefully will pass it. Hopefully that'll be enough. Random fact: the Spartans allowed women to own property. I didn't see any difficulty setting, but I've been having that much trouble with political system. I just plead a lot and make sure to go back every month or two, and eventually they do what I want. That's cool. The Spartans allowed women to own property. That's such an interesting fact. I did not know that. Vote on funding. We really need to get this one here. Okay. So again, that should help our hope for faded economy. Markets can and do recover from crashes and depressions. How quickly depend on how well they mitigate damages to their economies, manage their recoveries, price increases for national products, currency performance, and many other factors. While they don't mean everything's fine, signs of recovery in any sector are reason for hope. Okay. Oh wait, I was looking at that. Not that. This. Okay, so we've got a bigger cushion now month to month, so that's good. Right to own properties coming up for a vote soon. Yeah, I'm excited about getting a fresh start here. So women from before AD had more rights than in the USA. The Spartans were surprisingly progressive in a lot of areas, but so was most of Greece, but sort of backwards in others. Kind of interesting that way. Street lights. Residents of Crusader demanding street. I thought that Crusader already had street lights, but maybe I never added it. So I've just promised that something is coming. I think if I don't deliver, there will be consequences. But I'm just curious, like, what would that cost us? Gas infrastructure. Oh. Build cost 125K. That's not that much. Running cost is what's gonna suck, but... Oh, and you can also increase how nice they are. They don't need to be decorated. Confirm infrastructure, confirm services. Ooh, I have to propose it. Can I use personal funds? I can. It's within my personal fund range. So we actually promised something and delivered. Hopefully that helps. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, you had mentioned this district not filling out. I mean, it actually is pretty full now, right? Because these little market things, they count. I mean, there might be space for something bigger to come in, but it's fairly filled in. And this one has filled in greatly. And we now have demand across the board. I don't know if I would have support to build another district. Let's see if I would have any kind of support at all. Does it kind of, I mean, let's do this one like pretty even, right? So these are all mixed. Is there a way you can do it where they're not mixed? So yeah, they're pretty much in support. Now, if we start adding expenses, yeah, they're going to become less and less. Water pipe would be cool. Yeah, I mean, now everyone's against it. And I probably don't need to do these things, right? Cost 2 prestige. Like, I don't even know what prestige is. Oh, here's where you name it. This is where you name the new district. Do we have In my city, I have tons of demands for commercial and industry, but basically nothing for residential. Let's see if there's anyone new in the chat that I can name. Oh, yes, yes, yes. One of my favorite people. All right, we'll do normal vote. National Council. We remain peaceful. Oh. They've revolted. Provide the meeting hall for the participants. I think we're just going to be a little neutral here. If you increase business and decrease residential, you get more blue squares. Teal squares are mixed, so they can be commercial. Blue is commercial only, green is residential. And I started naming districts after my cat and friends. That's great. All right. How is this going? Okay, so there's 13 there. It's interesting. How much goodwill do we have with these people? Oh, we've got so much. Let's plead. All right, and then we'll also. These are the nationals. We're going to demand it. Wow, that should get it, right? That should get it. Is right to own property going to pass? I never checked that. It is. Okay. It is. Both of those will now pass pretty clearly. Alright, so what do you think, guys? I mean, I'm kind of getting through the tutorial here. Should I restart and just kind of use the things that I've learned to... Or do we just keep going and see how this goes? I'm sure there's more parts of the tutorial, but I kind of want to turn the tutorial off and try to figure stuff out if there are new aspects. Alright, let's just begin voting. I think this is going to pass. Okay. So, new district has been voted on, and right to own property will be soon. Cruo twins for the win? What is Cruo twins? Cruo twins?
Photography is a tough life. You can be taken,
Okay, so we got...
exposed, shot, captured, and hung all in the same day.
Okay, what? You're saying all of the districts in your city area thing combined from first to last. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Plead seems to have this. Okay, this is really helpful. Thank you, Slow One. Plead seems to have smaller effects but costs less goodwill. Demand is sort of middling, and threaten gets huge results but costs tons of goodwill. Okay, that's good to know. Helping other business. Jack Notch is back. All right, I've got to make a decision here. First of all, I got to take a bio break. I think we start over. I think I want to start over. I can always save it. Saving is not allowed at this time, probably because I need to make a decision here. Do you twin roles help make support the industries that employ well? We'll have a growing demand. Support service industries. Why is saving... Oh, saving's not allowed because I've got a tutorial thing to do. Are we bankrupt? Start over. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I think we actually will claw ourselves out of this. The only reason I'm going to start over is because I've literally been like not making decisions fully engaged because I was trying to just get through the pieces of the tutorial. So I would like to sort of start a fresh game and feel like, okay, this is our city, you know? it's not going to let me save because we've got this go to city council. We're supposed to be, it's teaching me how to spy. Select a party and spy it. Obviously, I would spy on this party. Spy on party. Oh, it cost a little bit of cash. I mean, you would always want to do that, right? It doesn't seem like there's a negative result from spying. Yeah, and I don't mind, like, keep the order though. Crusader's like, I want to be the capital district. I don't mind, and I may even leave the tutorial on. I don't mind it, but I'm not going to wait for the tutorial anymore. What I did in the first playthrough is I've been waiting for it, like doing nothing for long stretches, just because, like, thinking like, okay, when's the tutorial going to tell me what to do next? So I just don't feel fully engaged like I would like to. Okay, we should be able to save at this point, just in case, like, I don't know, I start to miss it. I can always, we can always come right back to it, right? It's like the game just froze. All right. Okay, I'm going to take a quick bio break. So another thing we're going to do here is we're going to sort of, if you're new to the channel, a lot of times what I do is convert some of these streams to YouTube videos. So if you go to my YouTube channel, which I'll link real quick, if you were in the stream, you kind of get to be on YouTube in a sense. So I don't know, that may not be exciting to you, but we'll link this here. And we're going to sort of end this part, and this will become like our first hour of the gameplay footage, and then we're going to start sort of a new Let's Play series here next. And